My name is Monica Omorodian Sweda, aka Monicization. I am one of the many founders of this African festival, and I hosted this for like 14 years. But right now I'm here to support, and I'm a volunteer, and I'm happy to be here. A lot of people don't know things about Africa. There's a lot of speculation. People think they don't know. So sometimes it's good to talk about your country, because if we do not tell our stories, who will? You know, if they tell it, they'll tell it from a different perspectives. That's why we're here to educate everyone, tell them about Africa, tell them about what we are. I mean, people think Africa is a country. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent, you know. There's so much to know about Africa. There's a lot of different ethnicities, a lot of different languages, cultures. There's so much to learn.
Well, as Africans, when we came here early in the 80s, nothing like this existed. And coming from Africa to go to the universities here, what we heard was not who we are as Africans, because the misrepresentation, and who else could better tell the African story like us, the Africans. So we decided to bring Africa into the homes and the houses of people here in Lowell, because we believe that Lowell is a mosaic.
It didn't happen last year, so for the fact that we're able to pull it off this year is just an amazing feeling. Absolutely amazing feeling. And it's going to get better as time goes on. I started my career here in Lowell in 1995, working for the city of Lowell as a community organizer. And after that, African Festival was successfully organized. In 2000, we formed an organization called the African Cultural Association. And so I was part of that board for a number of years until about 8 years ago when I moved away and got a job in California. So I just recently came back. You know, the connections we make, they're so invaluable. You never realize what you have until you don't have it anymore. So coming back, reconnecting with the community has been great.
This has been really a very rich visit with the various tables. We've seen the various arts, you know, being displayed, the various community events that are happening around, you know, like the park, you know, including, you know, like the homeless, you know, like engagement and a spiritual, you know, like table to let people, you know about like their faith, and you know, and then there's also the ice cream truck, the clothing. It's amazing. I think, you know, as you know, like a city councilor in Somerville, I've seen firsthand, you know, the incredible impact of, you know, cultural diversity in our community. So this festival, I think, is a testament, you know, to the unity, resilience, and creativity, you know, that has been displayed by the African diaspora.
This art is around family work, you see. This is family work. Our family, we carve stuff. My brother carve, I carve. My grandmother, you know, they make like a basket, those baskets you see there. Yeah, they're old ladies in Africa. They weave them, and we help them too. And the drums too, you know, some of my brothers do drumming. So we learn from each other. That's why I learned how to do all that. So all these things you see, I make them myself. Yeah, it's all like a family job. We all carve, yes, sir. Yeah, and everything has a name. This is a candle stand. It say always let your light shine in the dark.
What do you think about the weather today?
The wind. The weather is so cool, but the wind is not easy. You see, as you can see, I'm holding it right now. Look, I have a lot of weight, but still, I can't. It's a lot of. But I love it though. Yeah, only you gotta protect yourself to it, like.
So this is my first time attending. It was actually Nathan's mom who is involved with coordinating some of these events that told me about it and thought it would be great for our school to be here and represent. And I think it's just great to be immersed and see others' cultures that's different from your own sometimes, and just to meet other people from different areas. And so look forward to getting a chance to walking around a bit and seeing what all these other great, booths and tents that we have here.
First of all, my business name is Chistella's Designs, and we sell clothing, as you can see on the mannequin, beautiful one with headgears. Yeah, and today is my grand opening. And today also is my birthday. Yeah, and we're gonna be celebrating my birthday here today. It's awesome, it's great, and I love it. Having to see my African people and see everyone come around, yes, it's lovely.
My name is Lorraine and my business is Kangas Closet. So what I do is I work with a group of women that come from, that are based in Zimbabwe, and we have a co-op and they create everything that's on the table. So we have beaded jewelry like right here, and we have some jewelry made from like local tree products, like from coconut shells and like things that fall from the tree. So we use them to make earrings. So everything on this table literally came from Zimbabwe, and we brought it here because our belief system is that every time you visit a place, you always go to the marketplace before you leave. So we brought the marketplace to you, so we have it all right here for you right today.
My favorite thing is the earrings. Hi, I'm Joelle, and my favorite thing that I've got today is this cool puzzle, and there are many ways to solve it, and I like puzzles a lot. And there's a dragonfly behind you.
I think, one of the things, again, that I say is that doing this, building a community like this, and displaying our diverse cultures makes cities stronger, And so if I will say that Lowell, it's really stood out for me as a city that celebrates and embraces its diversity. And so I will say let's continue that, and continue to support our immigrant community. It's good for Lowell and it's good for every other community.
Yes, the African Festival is quite important because it's a platform where we showcase African heritage, African culture, because right here you will see a lot of things, a lot of costume, the drum, the music, that depicts African culture. A lot of people don't have an idea of what African is all about. Typically when you ask some people, what is African content is all about, they feel that, there are a lot of animals and a lot of all that. But when you come here, it opens your eyes to a lot of things that African stands for and what we believe on. So I think it's a very good platform for people to learn and to also see things for themselves. Here, you don't have to go to Africa. When you come here, you see Africa. You understand?
We gathering, that's where we see all people like the Africans, some from Senegal, Mali, Ghana, this is where we gathering, we meet together as Africans. Ghana is a sweet country, everybody knows that, man. It's a free country, better than other African country, I'm telling you. It's freedom. You can sleep in the street, you can, and it's English-speaking country, people,
I am flesh and bone Cameroonian.
Can you tell us a little bit about Cameroon?
Well, Cameroon is Africa in miniature because the name Cameroon itself comes from the Portuguese word Rio dos Camarões. In the 16th century, the Portuguese travel around the west coast of Africa, around the beautiful Atlantic. They came there, they saw a lot of shrimps. They say a river of shrimps. That's Rio dos Cameroons. And then from that came the name Cameroon. And when I say Cameroon is a miniature of Africa, because the Germans were in Cameroon. Cameroon was a colony of the Germans. And then Cameroon is the colony of French and the English. When I say a colony, that's a derogatory word, because before these countries came, Cameroon, Africa was independent. Because the Europeans, they were fighting amongst themselves. They came, the Africans welcomed them in order to stop their own fighting in Europe. In 1885, they got the Berlin Conference in Germany, organized by Bismarck, who was the Chancellor of Germany. So they looked the map of Africa without any Africans sitting down and draw lines. That's why you see some parts of Africa, they speak French, Portugal, they speak Spanish, they speak English, they speak German. But it's a wonderful, beautiful country. Unlike any other country in Africa, you come to Cameroon, you will see a blend of Africa.
Yes, Nigeria is the most populated black country in the whole African nation. I mean, it's called the Giant of Africa. We are the biggest. We have some of the smartest people. Most of Nigerians have an average of bachelor's degree. Our parents teach us about education. So when you see an African child, mostly Nigerian, they have at least a bachelor's degree. A lot of them, school is very important. Education is very important. We speak so many different languages. We are all over the world. And our languages, we have over 500 languages.
Sierra Leone was a British colony. We were colonized by the British up till 1961 when we got our independence. So we are Anglophone Africans. We speak English in Sierra Leone. It's a beautiful country. The name Sierra Leone was given by a Portuguese explorer by the name of Pedro de Centra, who named the country Sierra Leone, which in Sierra Leoa, which in Portuguese means Lion's Mountain, because the country is mountainous, and as he approached, he saw a series of mountains, and that's how we got the name Sierra Leone.
I just want to say I'm grateful, for the opportunity to experience this, also bringing my kids to also share this culture. That whatever thing you're doing, that you should, you're on track to building an equitable community for everyone. So I'm grateful to be part of this event, and I also want to shout out to my friend Nifru, who invited me. Fro Kimbeng, so he's always I appreciate his grace and patience with me, and also to every other volunteer, and participant that have, participated to making this event possible. So they are all an integral part of, a successful community. So thank you.
We bring Africa to Lowell. As you walk around, make sure you see any civilization is manifested through its language, culture, and art. And if you walk around, you will see the art. You see, Africa is rich in art. There is no museum in the world that you can go there, you don't see a piece of Africa. And actually, it's a museum because they have African art. So that is just what I can say. But please enjoy it. To all matter, I will say, African Festival in Lowell is the oldest in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And if, for those who will be listening, if you miss it this year, please know that the best is yet to come. And make sure take a piece of Africa with you.